So what is up, bosses? It's your boy Boss Fatwod and welcome to a game called Heartworm. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a fairly new game. As you can see, 1998. Okay, we're watching the intro video. All jokes aside, this is a brand new game made by DreadXP. On screen now are the terrible, absolutely awful games these devs have made. I always meme that DreadXP literally can't make a bad game, and this is going to be the big one, because this is an old school 90s style Resident Evil game, and for me, for someone that really didn't grow up with the old Resident Evil games, the style where the camera's just placed in the corner of a room and then you walk around, and then it's quite, well, these days anyway, it's quite jarring when the camera would suddenly turn and then you'd be walking left, you'd be holding left, and then the camera would suddenly, or you go into a different room, now you're going backwards, or you're going right up just randomly, even though you haven't changed anything on your controller or your keyboard and mouse, whatever you're playing on. So it says recommend a controller, so I'm just going to use a controller. This is the random intro video. Do you remember when games used to do that? You spend more than 4 or 5 seconds on the freaking main menu and suddenly you'd be watching this freaking trailer over and over and over again? But yes, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be the big one. As I mentioned, there's yet to be a game. I mean, White Knuckle obviously raged at, but it's still a very good game. There's yet to be any DreadXP game I played that hasn't been like top tier, very good quality. Like all the Amanda games, we obviously have My Friendly Neighborhood, White Knuckle. I don't remember if I played any other ones. I just know that there hasn't yet been a bad game. But here we go. I know this is the first achievement, enter the random haunted house mansion thing. I've heard there's a very good recreation of that old school style. Obviously we had Alyssa. There is a sequel to Alyssa coming out. I kind of stopped playing that because I was getting annoyed at the controls. This is going to be one that I'm going to really kind of try to actually finish. DreadXP games are never usually that long, like 5-6 hours max. Obviously My Friendly Neighborhood was a bit longer. 1897, the year I was born. Wonderful. We're gonna have to climb that tower. It is 7 o'clock, was that? Or no, 8 o'clock? That doesn't make any sense where the hour hand is. You're saying it's like 8:30, but the freaking minute hand's on the 12. That doesn't make any sense. That clock's incorrect. It's almost like it's a horror game and not everything's going to be actually how it is. Or it's almost like it's a video game and everything isn't meant to be how it is. I hope it's meant to look like this, by the way. I hope this is freaking intentional. I mean, this is day 1, so something might be awry. I am playing in like 1440p graphic settings, so obviously something that we didn't have in 1998, but this all looks correct, so I hope everything's alright. Yeah, so Alyssa wasn't a bad game, it's just these type of old school games aren't for me, I'm gonna be honest. Retro, modern, we'll go with modern. I don't want to go like all, like the retro looks cool, but the modern looks cooler in my opinion. Movement, yeah, modern, definitely. Thank God that this is like this. Yeah, everything modern, thank you very much. Tutorials. You know what? Tutorials off. Confirm, I'm gonna be sensible. For once in my freaking life, I'm gonna be sensible. Confirm and begin game, thank you very much. Everything modern, something that these games very much so do need for people like me. Like, it's the complete opposite of boomer. It's like a very millennial thing to complain about the old school style. Obviously, back in the day when original, like say Doom, the first Doom game, it's like that because that is what they could make. If they could make Doom 2016 when Doom 1 came out, they obviously would have. They physically could not. Imagine Doom 2016 in the freaking 90s, or was it the 80s, the first game?
Busy, trying to find out about this place.
This is very quiet.
Me, and I don't even know if I really believe it myself, but I guess a part of me must.
Games didn't look this unrealistic because of choice, essentially. Like, it's just what the engine could do. When the first Doom game came out, they didn't have an engine that you could look up and down.
I started on message boards and I ended up in a chat room.
Obviously, you would have been able to look up and down if they could have allowed you to. Cameraman, you're going crazy. Why are you upside down?
One thing that they all agreed on is that in that house, there's a room that can take you to the other side.
In that house, there's a room. I'm glad. Is that not like the default of calling something a house?
No one who's gone has ever come back, and that's why I'm writing you. Not for advice, not to get you to talk me out of going. Actually, by the time you read this, I'll already be there. I just wanted to let you know, in case I don't come back.
This is some high quality voice acting for the freaking 90s.
Either way,
what's Charlotte doing on the clock? Go away.
I'm sorry, but I don't have any other choice. I just can't keep going on not knowing.
God, that is the Resident Evil 7 house. Even like the environment looks quite similar. Very cool. Resident Evil 7, but in the style of like Resident Evil 2 original, I'd say. The 1 original, obviously I did do a video on the channel of Resident Evil 1. Survival guide. Okay, moves you around, you can run by holding, what is that, X I guess? While moving forward, if you're using modded controls, you will always run. Okay, that's the interact, right. Select the camera, yep, I understand. Oh, will you take the camera? I'm not sure. I clicked on the camera. Now I kind of changed my mind. I'm not entirely sure if I do want it. That was always a bit of a weird thing to be like, there must be a reason why. Like, you interact with something and it's like, are you sure you want to do this? What is in the... what am I doing? Can't go over that way. Did it say, like, X to sprint? Oh, no, it said I'm always sprinting if I am playing, like, modern controls.
Sometimes
this is weird.
I wonder if I spend more time
old school game, like the camera's following you.
Than the average person.
Thinking about death. Speaking of death,
died
I
a while back. I know it happens to everyone, but it almost feels like I'm obsessed. It's frustrating.
Just seeing if any other buttons do anything.
No
not for now.
I try,
is it Y? Yeah, Y is into interact inventory.
Back to the one thing I can't control: my own mortality.
You can't control your own mortality?
I came all the way out here, not knowing if I'll get the answers I need. I just
go in the bushes to hide. Right, here we go. First achievement is in sight. Can I go like the back way though? It's solidly blocked off. Not getting in here. Solid work blocking that off there. Right, can't go over that way for now. Yeah, sometimes a bit harder to just know where you can go in these old school games. Locked. Notice condemned. I might be like going fully into the thing of like, this is exactly like Resident Evil 7, but wasn't there a sign in Resident Evil 7 like that? Diary Pleasure Beach 1. Do I want to read this? I finally went to explore Pleasure Beach today. It's been on my list forever and the forecast was perfect. But unsurprisingly, I ended up in over my head. When I got there, everything was pretty normal. There were folks on the shore having a picnic, enjoying the beautiful summer day, and the usual kids messing around on the playground across the street. I was gonna say, the usual kids messing around in the pleasure beach. I grabbed my camera, locked my car, and started making my way across the land bridge. I grabbed my camera, started taking a video of people enjoying the pleasure beach. It took maybe 30 minutes to cross, longer than I expected. The island seemed to be completely empty, so I began searching through the abandoned homes, confident in my solitude. So many of them were destroyed. Roofs and walls collapsed from years of disregard. Some houses so decrepit I couldn't even enter. There was just enough left that I began to really feel bad for these people. They had no time to pack and leave. Family photos were strewn across floors and belongings were still packed in drawers. I even saw a table that looked like it had been set for dinner however many years ago. My sympathy turned into suspicion as I ventured further. Many of the houses had the same red graffiti in their attics. Markings and symbols I'd never seen before. I assumed it was just from kids messing around, but something about it began to trigger my paranoia. I noticed the sun was setting as I reached the end of the residential area. It was strange. Life is strange. I could have sworn it had only been a couple of hours. The last time I checked my watch it was before noon, but now the clock read 7:30 PM. I brushed it off as just losing track of time. It was frustrating. I hadn't even gotten to half the town, but I knew I had to head back. The land bridge would be submerged soon if it wasn't already. Sure enough, as I turned the corner to where I had entered earlier, I was greeted by nothing but the sea. The entire land bridge was underwater. I was stuck and alone, or so I thought. Oh, let's go. The old school, yep. black screen and just the door visible and the door opening. I'm not too young. I do remember some of these things. Survival Guide flash, it's just I never grew up playing them. Some areas are too dark to see. Without help you can use the camera flash, right. Okay, so I think that said like I do have a torch, but it's better to use the camera. Diary, Pleasure Beach 2. It was darker than any night I could remember. The island was far enough offshore that there was no light pollution, and in almost no time I was wandering in pitch blackness. It was cold too. The breeze coming over the water contrasted heavily with the mild weather earlier that day. I didn't have much of a plan, but I knew that if I was stuck, I would have to find a place to stay warm. I made my way back to the houses, which were much more terrifying in the night. I turned to look down the street and froze mid-step. I could barely see due to the lack of light. It looked like another person was standing there, right in the middle of the street, staring at me motionless. I tried to rationalize, but in that situation my sanity was already being tested. I called out to them with a strained hello, praying to God that it was just some teenager and not whatever nightmare my mind was conjuring. No response, no movement, nothing. I looked around and noticed some of the windows in the attics of the houses looked like there was dim light coming from them. Candles maybe. I had been here all day. I didn't see anyone. It didn't make any sense. As every possible scenario, none of which seemed to end well for me, raced through my mind, one rational thought broke through and reminded me I had my camera. I could trigger the flash on demand without using the little film I had left to illuminate my surroundings. Well, that freaking hint just spoiled that. I was so scared I almost didn't want to. What if there really was something there and using my camera would only alert it to my presence? Finally, I pressed the flash trigger. I mean, it's a lot better just seeing your surroundings. I'd much prefer seeing the freaking thing that's trying to kill me than not seeing it and just knowing there's something there. Everything around me lit up and I saw nothing. The figure in the road was gone, the light coming from the window was gone, it was just a silent, long dead town and me. The rest of the night was uneventful. I used my camera flash to navigate the ruins, found the closest house with 4 intact walls, locked the door to one of the bedrooms and fell asleep against the wall. I woke up the next morning and booked it back across the land bridge. I don't think I'll go back to Pleasure Beach. Wonderful, so we're not going to get a Pleasure Beach number 3. We have the first puzzle right here. We need 4 letters. Right then, can I kind of brute force it, see what we've got here? So usually it would start with a consonant and then a vowel. Please, Rachel. And another consonant, a vowel, please. So I have the camera equipped. How do I... RB. There we are. Jesus, that stays on for quite a while. I thought it was literally just going to be like a flash. 2 or 3 frames of light. We get like a decent, was it like 4 or 5 seconds? Narcissus and Goldmund, Hermann Hesse. He thought that all men trickled away. This is reading with Boss Fatwod, by the way, this video. Changing constantly until they finally dissolved while the artist created images remained unchangeably the same. He thought that the fear of death was perhaps the root of all art, perhaps also of all things of the mind. We fear death, we shudder at life's instability, we grieve to see the flowers wilt again and again, and the leaves fall, and in our hearts we know that we too are transitory, and will search for laws and formulate thoughts is in order to salvage something from the great dance of death, to make something that lasts longer than we do. Perhaps the woman after whom the master shaped his beautiful Madonna is already wilted or dead, and soon he too will be dead. Others will live in his house and eat at his table, but his work will still be standing hundreds of years from now and longer. It will go on shimmering in the quiet cloistered church, unchangeably beautiful, forever smiling with the same sad flowering mouth. Wonderful! How does that help me though? Room is notably better kept compared to the others. Great, that says a lot about the freaking state of this building then. Soft candle, yes, the candle is the thing I want to interact with there. Survival guide, okay. Item boxes. This one seems to have already been looted. Never mind. What did it say? I feel like the cigarettes is just a meme, right? Would you like to save your progress? Sure, why not? Have I got 5 saves? Maybe house study 420? Let's freaking go. Is that the current time or how long I played? Because I have been recording for about 20 minutes. I've definitely been playing for slightly longer than 4.5 minutes. What's that at the top shelf there? Oh, how nice. Don't want to see anything in this room. Oh, that's where the room is. Awesome, there is actually a room around here. Oh, great, yeah, don't want to actually be able to light up the entire room. Oh, hello there. Cabinets have rotten food scattered throughout them. Is that a dead rat on the desk there that I'm looking at? Or the freaking cabinet? Couldn't pay me to open this fridge, not my first rodeo. That brings you back to the freaking RE7 fridge. Also, let's just go to the left over here for no particular reason. Sir, are you still here? More reading, let's go! Father's Journal number 1, there's gonna be multiple. I finally put the pieces together the day you asked where John was. At first I was confused, thinking maybe you forgot his exact address and wanted to send a letter. I laughed and replied with the address of the home our son had been living in for the past 2 years, with his wife and our new grandchild. I won't ever forget the look you gave me. Perplexed and confused, you asked, what is he doing here? When I told you that he moved here for his job, the expression on your face darkened. I could tell that something wasn't adding up for you, but you just slowly shook your head and walked away. How could you forget that? I knew we were both getting on in years. Forgetting little things was understandable, but we had gone to meet our granddaughter only months ago. I wanted to believe it was just a momentary confusion. To this day, I still wish I was right. Just want to point out, in case I do any cut edits there, that I read all of that without any mistakes. Well, this is a secret passage if ever I saw one. Never mind. It's just a very weirdly lit fireplace there with no actual fireplace. Ah, wonderful. It's going to be very obvious, the items I can pick up. Fair enough. Take the bandage. Yes, that's definitely something I need. Combining. Right, okay, yep. I know about combining, thank you. Bandage and antiseptic, which I have one more space for. Those are the 2 things that we need to combine. Combine the bandage with you, sir, for a first aid kit. It's not my first rodeo, but I can't... Oh, I can. Now I can suddenly do it. Right, okay. Is 24 the max though? 24 is the max for the camera film that I can have, but is it the max that we can have in the camera? Also, what is it? Oh, what the hell? Oh, actual taking pictures. I have 24 pictures I can take, but this doesn't use any. Like, that's free. One of the first things I love to find in a game like this is more storage. Because I have 5 storage, essentially, which is just lovely. Father's Journal 2, I'm finding these in order, or potentially you pick them up and they're that order. I always say that, and I don't think any game's ever done that. Like, it doesn't matter what order you pick up a note, it always gives you the order you need. I don't think any game has ever done that in the history of ever. We went to see a doctor today at last. It's hard to make it out all the way to the city. When we were younger, it seemed like such a charming idea to have a house so isolated. It was our own little world. Now just getting groceries in town is a hassle. I made the appointment and made sure you were ready to go. I could tell you didn't know why we had to. You didn't think anything was wrong. I've always had my head in the clouds. I'm fine, you're overreacting. You would tell me over and over. I didn't even want to think about whether you remembered the reason why this was necessary. We're waiting on the scan results now, but based on how you were with the doctor, I'm not hopeful. You had trouble answering his questions and kept looking for me for answers. God, why is this happening so fast? I held your hand over the stick shift as I drove home while you cried softly to yourself. I can't help but hate myself for thinking it, but I think we're close to the end. How did this happen so quickly? Only months ago the sound of your singing filled the house as you tidied up. Did the dishes, cook the dinner. Now you barely get out of bed. Something inside of you has broken. Half the time you look at me and see a stranger, but you won't acknowledge it. You just turn over in the bed and try to go back to sleep. I wonder what you dream of. I hope it's of the last fragments of our beautiful life together. That sounds like loss of memory. Was that called Alzheimer's, I think? I know the names of the things, I just forget what they actually are sometimes. I believe that's what that one is. I don't think there was another door in here. I think it's just, yeah, for that. So I just assume, see, like that awkward stuff, like going around and suddenly, oh god, the camera's jerking around, like it's just constantly changing freaking places. I believe that was everything in there. So it's going to be quite obvious the items we can actually pick up. We have storage boxes as well. Maybe we're not going to get any more extra storage like on my actual person. It's just going to be these boxes that we can use. For now, we just need... Oh, actually, the notes are probably going to be... Yeah, the fact that the notes stay there. That's just an open door, fair enough. Can I just use the antiseptic? Okay, yeah, so I can use it. That's just like a... So the antiseptic you can use by itself and the bandage. There's usually just one or the other. Like, you can use the herb by itself, but you can't use the thing you combine the herb with to make the actual full... whatever it is that you do in actual Resident Evil. Painting looks like it would disintegrate if I touched it. Touch it and reveal a secret entrance that I thought it was anyway. My head is going through that thing that's... Oh, no, I don't think it is on the wall, actually. Never mind. Okay, that to me tells me, like, there are going to be secret things that I can do with the pictures. Like, taking pictures of stuff and then that reveals a secret passageway. Pleasure Beach 3? Or just the different one? That's very cool. I've never seen that before. Actually shows me... I'm only missing 4 of them? Oh, wait, no, that's in the AB house. I'm missing 4 left, yeah. Yeah, I'm missing 4 just of the guides that it's gonna eventually give me. Is it doing the same thing like in... what the hell was that? My Friendly Neighborhood? Where, like, it shows blue for... or is it, like, green for the rooms that I've fully got all the items in and stuff like that? Obviously, much like My Friendly Neighborhood, that's not always a sensible thing to do, picking up every single item that you see. Only a few days to notice how you used to be. The changes were minor at first. Forgetting your ring, leaving your keys, staring into nothing like you knew it was coming. And I saw it all too late. The bed you were buried in, trying not to be seen. Ghosts in white coats, what a terrible thing. Strangers' goodbyes, dreams of hearing you sing. The hour burns forever, 12:15. Yeah, bedroom diary was that one there. So it's just the last 3 that we've now missed, okay. Or missed, that we've now not got to yet. Another thing to read, Father's Journal 3, here we go. I'm alone in this house now. I thought that was going to be it. Okay, we've only got 2 pages. All I have left are the housekeepers of a long life together. Oh, Rose, looking at your young face, smiling and laughing on grainy film is a poison that sours my heart by the day. Seeing you alive but knowing you are gone is more than I can bear. At least I have our memories. I can only assume for now just... I mean, maybe that's something? Because the window's open? I guess not. Just nothing in these rooms. Like, I haven't missed any puzzles yet or clues or anything. Like, obviously, all of the notes I can interact or I can read again just in that file menu. Then there's this door over here, and then that's most of the upstairs done as well. I guess I can check the map. It should now have a bunch of these rooms filled out. As soon as I enter the room, it should show... Yeah, the master bedroom is red. So there's still something... Oh, right, I see. There is the key. Will I take the attic key? Yes, but what could it possibly be for? And now I will assume... Yep, there we go. That is the only thing in this room. So now I'm currently exploring it, and it is complete. It is a complete room. So the rooms are complete if they don't have, like, that staticky filter on the room. Oh, is this? Here we go. 12:15, please. Awesome. Absolute big brain.
12:15.
Like that note we read that said 12:15. I unlocked the attic door. Let's go. Or is that just another door that had a random key in the keyhole that we've unlocked? No, it is the attic. I can tell just from this. No, it isn't. Never mind. That is just another random... Oh, I'm going... Where am I going? Oh, this is... What the hell? This is going to be a chase scene? Or not? What is the camera doing here? I like it. Freaking weird, though. Oh, God, what? What angle are we getting here, then? What angle are we trying to get here, then, game? Ah, half of a crest. Or half of an emblem. Oh, okay, never mind. I'll have another slot. Okay, so I must have 8 slots, then. There's, like, 2 slots below. It was just showing me just the next slot. Like, I can't see my other slots because there's nothing in there, I guess, is what it's showing. Yeah, it's quite hard for now to miss something, though, because it literally shines the freaking objects that you can pick up. Oh, my favourite room. My absolute favourite. Let's go. This is a horror game, then, is it? Balcony looks like it's barely held together. Not going out there. You sure about that? What if it's a room that I need to 100%? How dare you? I unlocked the door with the attic key. The other door was just a random thing. I don't need this anymore. Discard it. Thank you, game. Much appreciated. Yes, I will discard it. If I don't need it, absolutely get that freaking crap out of it. Torn paper. Message seems hastily scribbled. If this is real, blank. If this place is what they say it is, I don't even know how I'll feel. Will it answer the questions that I and everyone who has ever lost someone have spent so long asking? And what if it does, blank? Will that change anything? If I don't come back and someone finds this, blank. I tried my best. Please know, I tried my best. With love, hugs and kisses, whoever I am. Was there a fridge up here? Maybe I don't want to know. To keep food in. You know what fridges are for, yeah? Where does the shiny white door lead us? To outside. That's where I came in, was it? Apparently. Interesting. So I assumed it was something to do with the scribbled note to get this 4-letter word. It doesn't seem so, but I am missing one note somewhere. So I guess I'll try and find that first. Might be the better thing to do. I guess, is there any room on here? Like, it's only showing rooms I've gone into. Rose. Rose is correct. Not entirely sure. I was kind of just going through seeing what words I could make. Customize to reveal new areas. Okay, that's kind of what I was trying to do before, yeah. I mean, it does kind of ruin the thing, but that was like kind of... I mean, you can see the background cabinets look quite a bit different to the cabinet I can move. I imagine this is where we get the second emblem and then we go back upstairs and that's where the place ends. Oh, let's go! We didn't miss any of them. Fatwod's Journal 4. I have to get up early to finish packing, but I can't sleep. I hear ungodly noises coming from the attic. Go to take a look. I haven't been up there in years. Not like I have anything left to lose. Actually, I'm leaving. Okay, yeah. I've got to double check to make sure I've 100%ed that section, but now I believe... this should be this place 100%. The only room that should be static is the attic. The attic should be static nowhere else. And that is correct. Let's go. Let's get teleported to the next section from wherever this freaking door thing is here. Placing the heart emblem into the slot seems to have unlocked the door.
All of a sudden, something has changed. If I go through this door, I may not come back.
Going even further down. Oh, what the hell is this? Okay, I don't know where we are now. This is freaking awesome. Like that painting with like all the stairs going in different directions. Knob is totally broken and won't turn. Door looks weak, but there's nothing behind it.
Hello there.
Oh, hello. I do go back up. Hello there, sir. I kinda want to take a picture of you.
Nope.
Okay, that's gonna take too long. My character could not give less of a crap about this weird freaking Scooby-Doo looking monster chasing her down. Does not care less. I imagine you're suddenly something that opens now. Oh, here we go, first person now. I mean, we'll just go through anyway, even if there's nothing behind there, it's better than where the freaking hell that thing is. I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids or whatever they say. I'm 25, give me a break, I don't remember the freaking show. Oh yes, back to normality finally. The game's been too weird and video gamey lately. Finally, we're back to freaking reality. Just another day at the office. Oh, hello, Boogeyman. Ringo as well? Everyone? Got Freddy Krueger behind you? What's he doing here? Hello there. He genuinely does look like a freaking villain from, like, in a good way, a villain from freaking Scooby-Doo. Oh god. Sucked inside the TV like all the kids these days. My Jesus. Just a slightly bigger building. Enter the archive. Where the hell? I mean, we're in the archive. I know where we are. Is that like another... yeah, that's the second area. So I'm not entirely sure how many areas there are. But I know the game's a good like 5-6 hours long. I just double checked while I was completely stuck freaking trying to find out what the word was in the first area. But I guess like every area could be a good episode length. It's been an hour and 10 minutes now, which I don't think is too bad, because I did like basically just do everything myself. The only thing I looked up was just how long the game was. But yeah, that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to end episode number 1 of Heartworm. I actually did it save. I'm not entirely sure. Or unsaved progress will be lost. I don't know, do I always have to manually... okay, let me just continue on for a bit.
What just happened? All those stairs and... what was that thing chasing me?
No clue. This is a problem with like games that
somewhere
have to get you to manually save all the time.
It's not what I was expecting.
I hope it would just be this
Regardless
room
of my
here.
expectations, I can't go back the way I came. Good.
Really? You can't go back?
I'm not leaving until I get answers.
What gives you that idea? Yeah, it looks like, here we go. This is where we save. Then we got like a freaking toolbox thing as well. That, ladies and gentlemen, is going to an episode number 1 of Heartworm. As usual, there'll be a link in the description to watch over yourself, but for now, hopefully you've enjoyed. Please like, subscribe for our brand new. This is the boy Boss Fatwod. Thanks for watching, course always. Peace.